Welcome to the English language highlights of another sensational evening in front of a packed Suphanburi FC stadium. A 2-1 victory against former champions SCG Mungtong United saw the War Elephant reach the summit of the Thai Premier League table, and then, thanks to two surprise defeats, the 3-1 home defeat for Army United against the Sotsapa, and an even more surprising defeat for Bangkok Glass, 2-1 away at TOT, the Thai year finishes with Suphanburi FC top of the Thai Premier League table. We made only one change for this game. Carmelo is recovering from a slight calf injury, and Sergio started to great effect. The game started with a evergreen midfielder for SCG Mungtong United, Daxakorn Tonglao, getting things started before we really started ourselves on the front foot. That central midfield interplay that we have really is good to see, and Supot has come into the team and looked as if he's owned the place. Nice bit of interplay there between Jakapan, the form player of Thai football, and Sergio. Then a free kick coming across. Anorak was pleased to get it over the bar. Slight collision with the post, but he has great upper body strength to recover. Kim clears for SCG Mungtong United, and he'll be very disappointed with the 2 goals that were conceded because he'll have felt he should have done much better. But there's lots of movement, there's lots of change of emphasis, change of focal point, pace, and great thought going into our play. Jakapan, whenever he gets the ball, his head is down, and him and Andre are a really potent force. They provide great speed, fast feet, and lots of ideas. And of course, on the end of it, it's Sergio Van Dijk. On the left-hand side, we started to get more and more joy, cross coming in, and Andre just couldn't quite get to it. Kawin Tamsachanan, Thailand's #1 goalkeeper, was there to save the day. SCG Mungtong United had plenty of attacking options. That 3-man force of Tirasin, Chananan and Clayton really had a lot to say later on in the game. But here, there's a chance for Tirasin, and you can see that lack of confidence since his very disappointing trip to Spain showing again. Andre down the left channel that he loves to explore, causing all kinds of problems. Thought he was fouled there, but got up and carried on. But then on the right-hand side, a good break by SCG Mungtong United comes across. It seems to be cut out, but there's a snapshot from the edge of the area that Anorak is very pleased to see fly over the bar. One of the unsung players, Ponlawat, in our defence, provides lots of ideas for us whenever we're attacking. He's always looking to shoot down that right side and be extra provision for midfield. You see there the overlap with Jakapan. Lovely cross by Jakapan, delicious. Andre appears not to have a chance, but he uses his speed and body strength to get that shot away. And Kawin Tamsachanan was very pleased to see that go past his right-hand post. Jakapan, you just can't stop him. He goes right, he goes left, he goes deep, he goes up. Basically, you have no chance. You just have to hope, as a defender, that you're not the one who's marking him. He's always looking for the ball, and we're always looking to provide it because we know that 9 times out of 10, he's going to do something very special indeed, which he did later. This time, Sergio couldn't quite connect with the header, but he found good space on that left-hand side that he was about to enjoy even more later on in the game. Good attack from SCG Mungtong United. They had some good fast feet in the last third of the game as well. That has to be said, they were very much on top. But when you have mighty Mohican Marcio in defence, you know you've always got a chance. Here there's a scramble, lots of players back for us. We kept passing it back to them, unfortunately, but eventually it was a poor shot coming in from SCG Mungtong, and we were clear. The left side started to get more and more important for us as the game wore on, but nice again interplay there. Sergio has a strike from outside the area, and it just wasn't to be. But on the left-hand side, the first time it happens, Brazil, Marcio, onto Andre. He gets it across nicely, and Sergio just can't rise high enough. But seconds later, free kick to the Mohican Marcio. Gets it across nicely. It appears that the defenders have got it out, but Kim makes a dreadful error there. He doesn't bring down Jakapan, he doesn't cut him down, and then what a strike! Jakapan just gets it onto that left foot, and there's no chance for a goalkeeper, even the standard of Kawin Tamsachanan, and there is the mark of the man. Former SCG Mungtong United player, although the fans go crazy at the stadium, Jakapan has respect for those Mungtong fans. You see here again in the replay, Kim has given far too much room to the best player, the form player of Thai football, and Jakapan says, "Thank you very much, I'll see you later." In off the bar, beautiful goal, and the whole stadium was rocking. 54 minutes, it's 1-0 to the War Elephant, and we really were on the front foot for the next few minutes. We finished the game on the back foot, but we were very much on the front foot for the next few minutes in the game. Even though SCG Mungtong United tried to come straight back to us, we held firm, good shape in the defence as ever. Mario uses his left foot. He'll have wished he had a right foot later on in the game. He had a great chance, but that right foot is really just for standing on. But in it comes again. Marcio's there. A bit of a scramble, but we get it out. More of a counter-attacking approach now as Mungtong try to go forward more and more. Andre, terrifying the defenders with those fast feet of his, gets it across. Jakapan, as ever, wants the ball. This time, the ball is just too far for Sergio, but he fights hard and he makes sure that we keep possession. And that was a dress rehearsal of our second goal, that cross from Jakapan. The ball then is laid back, we keep possession, and then it comes to Jakapan again. This time, a very quick cross. Defender absolutely ruins the chance. Kim is absolutely devastated, but Sergio isn't. Yet again, he's there sniffing around the box, the fox in the box. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Highly professional, really well liked within the squad. Sergio Van Dijk makes it 2-0. We really needed that second goal cushion, particularly later on in the game. You see here, Jakapan gets it across nicely. Again, no pressure on him, but oh my goodness, Kim will not want to see that again. Kawin tries to get it, but just under his body. And there's Kim, his head is in his hands. What has he done? So it's 58 minutes gone, and it's 2-0 to the War Elephant. But this is where Mungtong really got on the front foot. This time, Anorak smothers the ball. There were to be lots more chances there in the box for the visitors. And we had to be so resolute and so disciplined in defence. And ride our luck, it has to be said, we had to ride our luck a little bit towards the end. Cross comes in. There's that Mohican on the ball. And a shot goes over the bar to the Ultras from Mungtong United, of which there were many. And this was the first of our Charlie Adams efforts. You may have seen over the weekend Charlie Adams scoring a 66-yard goal against Chelsea. We tried that twice, but not quite to the same effect. Here comes a goal. Mario Jarowski, he's a good, solid player. The Macedonian international. This time he keeps his shirt on. And he goes back because, of course, they're still 2-1 down. So there's 20 minutes left. Jarowski scores on 70 minutes. And this is where Mungtong really poured forward. They put everything into attack. Some nice interplay there from Danya and the other two strikers, particularly Kazidec there, who just gets it over the bar for them. This is an interesting free kick. One player pushes the other one over to try to distract the defenders, but luckily we had a full concentration there. But interesting idea there from Mungtong, unusual free kick. Cross comes in again. This time it's chested down by Mario, a really good focal point for the team, but we're playing more and more on the counter-attack. And when we have the speed of Andre, the speed of Jakapan, we always have a chance. So there's a second Charlie Adam attempt, not quite as successful again, but we keep trying. More pressure comes on from the twin Killins, as they're called. This time it goes through the centre, then down onto the right. The cross coming in from the defender, and there's a decent header, but under pressure, and Anorak's very pleased to save it. Again, the pressure builds and pressure builds, but we get possession. We play it out nicely, and this is where we're getting more and more space towards the end of the game, trying to play clever, trying to keep possession and wind the clock down, because we really were exhausted by this point. We'd given everything, and with all the adrenaline flowing with such a massive crowd, very easy to spend all our energy before the end of the game. But nice and calm, keeping possession, winding that clock down, looking for that victory that would get us to the top of the league. And as ever, Jakapan, he's always there for us whenever we need him, putting the fear into the defenders. That was Naoki trying desperately to get hold of him, and Mario Jarowski having to come back. You see people like Mario Jarowski and Datsukon Tong Lao, getting them into those defensive positions really helps. And also what really helps is having someone like Natapong. He has that pace to take on the defenders, and we should have scored then. We should have finished it off. That was the moment. This with 4 minutes of injury time left. The ball came across, a really mad scramble. Players going over, players claiming a penalty, but it wasn't to be. And now deep into injury time, the ball comes in again. Mario just doesn't quite get it. Marcio doesn't quite get it. And then the ball comes in again, and here we think it's going to be in, but Pratt is alert to another corner. This is when there were fingernails bitten, absolutely bitten down. Mario's always very reliable on the corners. The ball comes across, but Jakapan's there. The man you want to have beautifully gets past the first defender, but he just starts to run out of fuel as he goes back. But It was really important that he had that possession in the attacking third of the game, because our defenders could just regroup, take a breather, and just make sure we got to the finishing line, because it was such an important result, this, for us. Again, the next wave of Muang Thong attacks comes, but we're still solid, we're still calm, and Pratt gets it out there for a throw-in. The next wave comes again. This really was scary times for us. They just needed that breakthrough, and it appeared to come. Gets across, the ball's there, but Mario doesn't have a right foot, didn't even swing it. That was his big, big chance to get that with only a few seconds left of injury time, but we get it clear, and we get a breather, and Jakapan just doesn't quite have enough in the tank to get past the defenders, but again it's great because he's in that attacking third. This time, desperation starts to come, but the referee looks at his watch, and that's it. 3 points to us. A fantastic result. We now have a break for Songkran. The next game is at home as well against Sisaket. Now, Sisaket are a really underrated team. They're going to be really tough. But if we can fill the stadium, we can create that atmosphere again, we have a chance.